Come on in, family. Put your nines up.
You know that time of year when the temperature's rising.
Come on in, family. Put them nines up. You already know what time it is. Let's go. Peace, Trishan. I see you. Peace, prosperity to you. Grand Rising. It felt like a sundress day. Yes. If y'all feeling this record, smash that like and heart button right now. Let's go. Iris said, wipe your feet as you come in and hit that like and heart button right now. Stop playing. Wipe your feet. Oh, yeah. We talking about demons and angels. Yes. We got some good music out in these streets. Make sure y'all be streaming this on all your streaming platforms. Falls on your curve, the way you were. I just can't wait for when it comes that time. Yeah, your boy got some pipes too. Let's go. Somebody said I look like Kyrie Irving. I've heard that before. I don't talk like him though. Dua, I appreciate you. Everybody who love this song, man. You taking over next summer with this one. See, when you independent, you got to create your buzz early. Just know, next summer is already mine. You're not beating this record. Good vibes, good vibes. I'm trying to get him game, you know what I'm saying? I just gave you $1 million a game just now. I mean, that's $1 million worth of game right there. For all you artists, all you independent artists, man. Y'all gotta understand how to create a wave. It don't start immediately. You know what I mean? It don't start right away. You gotta get that build, you feel me? It lasts longer. Y'all see what Shaka Zulu doing out here in these streets? Buzzing. Said 4 years later, buzzing. All right. So today, well, before we get started, let's get the energy right, because we're talking about some serious spooky stuff today. So we got to make sure the energy is right and exact. Get your bowls out, charge your water up. This next one's for y'all. Let's get on that 432 hertz right now. Stop playing with us. We vibrate on a frequency of 432 hertz, a frequency of love. Everything that you're going to be hearing today, don't take it personal. We're going to be talking about doctrines on this platform, false indoctrinations, right? If you've been told some of these false indoctrinations, we're not talking about you. We're talking about the indoctrination. Okay? That's what we're going to be talking about today. But first, let me shout out my first 9. The first 9 people that was on board as soon as I logged on. First, we had Sonia Sunshine. Shout out to her. Long-time supporter. Sonia Sunshine got the whole family with power bracelets. Shout out to her. She's putting people on. Not playing. Die Hard. Much love. J Chill, the first. Came in at number 2. Pretty consistent, J Chill. I see you. John Miles out of Long Island, super consistent. Number 3. Tristan Johnson out of Texas, Houston. Showing that love. I appreciate you. I want to come to Houston, but I'm scared. I ain't even going to hold you. Earthen Vessel is in the building at number 4. Charles Harrison at number 5. Charles Harris at number 5. Out of Miami. The Vessel's from Philly, by the way. Shout out to everybody in Philly. I love Philly. Lottie Billy out of Long Island. Long Island heavy this morning. We got Latifah Foster. If you don't know, North Carolina in the building. Charlotte. You already know. 999's up. We got Oye in the building. Shout out to Oye. Sister Kazi. We heavy. We not playing this morning. So today, we got to talk about demons, angels, right? Because as I was dropping these videos over the course of the week, I'm sure y'all see what we be doing on the gram and the campaign that we got going on over there. Just dropping little reels and bits and pieces of knowledge for the people. People chime in. And, a lot of times, a lot of the rhetoric that you hear, a lot of the religious rhetoric is that ancient Egypt was sinful, or they got their knowledge from demons, right? We've heard that. Demonic energies, or what we call evil, right? So we have to dispel some of this false indoctrination. I think I did a pretty good job over the course of, since I returned, showing you the moral and ethical code of ancient Kemet. Have I not? Right? We've gone over the moral and ethical code of the ancient Kemites, and we've shown, that these are the creators of everything that we consider to be civilized or morally correct, right? In a sense, right? We've proven that thousands of years prior to any religion in existence, the ancient Kemites were already saying that it's important for us to attend to what we do during the day, so that when we pass away or die or ascend, right, or go to bed at night, that the things that we did according to the day, that we make atonement for them. This was already written in ancient Kemetic scriptures. And we've shown that over the course of the week. So we now have to discuss, the concept of angels and demons. I mean, we have seen, and we've been, taught, especially growing up, we've been conditioned to have this idea that there are evil forces whose job 24/7 is to try to hunt us down and kill us. That's their job. Right? That there's these spirits, these really dark spirits that wake up in the morning and they never sleep, right? They don't even sleep. I can't even make this stuff up. I mean, they have images of them, the demons coming to get you in the middle of the night, right? Like, this is not Jamar's knowledge. This is what we're being conditioned to believe, that there are these entities that as soon as you fall asleep, they pop up, boo, right? Or as soon as you end up somewhere where it's dark, where your physical eye can't see, all of a sudden, these wicked, evil things just come out of nowhere, and they don't really fuck with daylight. Like, that's what we've been told. They don't really rock with it. When you turn on the lights, everything's fine, right? And we teach that to little children, too. You're okay when we turn the light on, right? We're going to put a night light on, right? For the things that come out from under the bed and out of the closet and at night. So we're going to put, a night light on, because light is going to chase them away, apparently, right? So all of our lives from the time we're children, we're we're brought up to believe that dark energy is something to be afraid of. Opposing energy is something to be afraid of. As a matter of fact, we've put a name on it, right? And we call it the devil or Satan, right? In some walks of life, they call it Lucifer, right? We know better, in this walk of life, but these are the names that get thrown around when people aren't at a certain level, right? And you got to watch out for sin, right? Sin is like the act of doing the wrong, right? It's the actual act of doing it. So, we have to address some of these, right? We got to talk about some of these because, I'm just going to be a hundred with you guys. If you're new to African spirituality, this stuff doesn't even exist in this walk of life. It doesn't even exist, right? And I'm sure the first thing you probably say was, well, how could this possibly be, right? How could you not have evil? I'm sure people were doing bad things, right? Of course, people were doing things that we considered bad, but we did not see it as an outside entity, right? Coming to do that. Any and everything that was being done, the thought processes and the actions, we saw it as something that was within us, something that is within ourselves, right? I'm going to give you an example. And even today, in modern day times, there are remnants and there are echoes of the truth. For example, when they're illustrating a person getting ready to make a decision as to whether or not to commit a sin or not, right? Somebody that's getting ready to do an evil act or do the right thing. Usually they'll show you an image, something like this, similar to this, where you will see an angel on one side and the devil on another. Yes? Are we familiar with this type of imagery? Right? You've seen these type of illustrations, right? Where as soon as you're getting ready to embark on something that could be potentially big for you, the angel and the devil pop up when it's time for you to make a decision. And these are your buddies. You have to figure out which one of these things you're going to go with. See what I'm saying? But the idea, when you look at what is left and right, the angel and the demon, did you notice anything about the imagery of them? Look at their faces. Look at the angel and the demon, the angel and the devil, right? It's not hard to figure out that when you see them, they look like you. The angel and the demon look like the person in the middle. Why is that? Why is that? You see, even when you create a lie, right? Like I've always told you, even when you create a lie, the lie stands on truth. You see, you can't build a lie without knowing the truth. Can't do it. What would you be lying about? That's the thing about liars. Liars always know the truth. It's not a mistake. Liars know the truth. And that's the remarkable thing about a lie. Like people look at it and say, oh, he's just lying and we can't use this knowledge, right? This is why we can look and read and read different books and delve into different walks of life and different religions, right? It's okay to do that because guess what? The truth is in there. Huh? The question is, can you find it? Can you find it? Are you awake and aware? If I put it in front of you, can you read between the lines? Between the lines, right? Because see, it's not going to be blatant. They're not going to put it right out there for you, even though it's right there. Huh? You see, I know we would like to, especially coming out of religion, one of the things that we lose very quickly and one of the things that we try to hold on to is this factor of the devil made me do it, right? The devil got into, you see, in Christianity, you can play those games. You can say, the devil made me do it, it wasn't me. You know, something came over me, as they say, right? You ever heard that? Something came over. Came over. Right? No. African spirituality, right? Or the devil is busy. Somebody said the devil is busy, Jennifer. The devil is busy, right? He's working. He's working all the time to try to get you to do stupid things, right? That's the idea. And apparently this creature's been doing this since the beginning, whatever this thing is, right? So, you know, it has you always running from the concept of committing what they call a sin, right? And I love to deal with etymology. I like to figure out where things come from, right? Where did sin come from? Because the more that we've studied the Bible, we realize that Adam and Eve weren't the first ones here, right?
To this day.
Right? We realize that.
To this day.
That if Adam and Eve wasn't the first ones here, then surely there had to have been individuals. There had to have been individuals that were committing sins prior, right, to Adam and Eve. So now we have to figure out where did sin come from? Like, where did its name come from? Right? What is it? Right? So the further you go back, you know, in my research, right, in my studies, maybe someone is more in tune than me and they can go further back. But the furthest I've been able to go back and to figure out where the word sin comes from, the furthest that I've got is a Mesopotamian deity. A Mesopotamian deity. And he goes by the name of Sin. Did you know that? That there is a God prior to Christianity being created, prior to Jesus, prior to Kemet. There was a deity in Mesopotamia called Sin. That's his name. And he is a moon god. Sin is a moon god. Let's delve into it for a little bit. The moon god Sin. Cults of the moon god Sin are well known to be among the oldest beliefs in Mesopotamia, from Sumer to Akkad, Assyria, Babylon, Mitanni, and the Hittite Empire. The moon god appears under the different names like Nana, Nanar, Swin, and Sin. A series of brief introductions to Mesopotamian gods and beliefs by Nergal Celebi. Guys should take a delve into that. Read into that for a little bit. Study that. Figure out who this God is, because this God existed before Jehovah. This God existed before Jehovah. As a matter of fact, there's a lot of gods that existed before Jehovah. I mean, we can go into the whole pantheon if you want. We can do that. You know, how God has a family is beyond me anyway. I never really understood that, how God, the one creator, right, has this thing going on, because then that means there's a whole bunch of gods running around here, right? If God gave birth to all of these different things, then these are all gods, right? They're all gods, right? And who's to say which one is the good one, which one is the bad one? We don't know.
To this day.
We don't know. I just know there's a bunch of them. You know, and a lot of them are all saying, you know, that they're the head honcho. You know what I'm saying? Like, none of them really want to give up the title of the throne or being the head god. But you can go and look at the Mesopotamian god genealogy and see where a lot of these concepts that people are talking about came from. A lot of this stuff came out of Sumer and came out of ancient Kemet. And this is documented material here. This is not my knowledge. This is literal archaeologists pulled up some stuff from out of the ground, read the writings, right, and is reporting it to you and I. Do you understand? It's levels to this. It's levels to this. So now when you're dealing with sin, mind you, everybody that's on this list here, family, these deities are enemies, of Jehovah and the Christian gods. Do y'all understand that? These are enemies, right? So if these are enemies of the Christian God, right, what they're going to tell you is that if you have anything associated with something like this, that you are acting out of order, you are doing an evil deed, right? So here we have Nanar, which is on this. You can see Nana or sin, right, which is one of the lower levels here, right? And the consort, Nana's consort, is the god of war, sickness, right? Look right there in the middle towards the bottom, you see Nana and sin, right? This is a real god. So when you hear the Bible talks about, hey, you are sinful in nature, you are sinful in nature, right? Now, sin is a moon god. Walk with me here. Sin is a moon god. When they're saying you are sinful, where was this first introduced? In the Bible, it was introduced with Adam and Eve, right? Where Eve was the one who tempted Adam to commit the first sin, was it not? And then shortly after that, because of the sin that was created, right, or the act of the moon, the woman was then cursed, was she not? And what was her curse? Her curse was, according to the Bible, during childbirth, she would have pain, right? And this curse would last for the rest of her generations. Mind you, a woman's menstrual cycle goes according to what celestial body in the sky? I'm gonna let y'all think about that one. What does your period align with, Queens? It aligns with the moon. You got it right. The moon god.
To this day.
Stop playing.
To this day.
What you're literally looking at, the concept of sin and doing wrong, they just took that and literally just like painted the black woman with it. Do you understand that? That's what they did. They literally just took it and said everything that's wrong in the world, right? Everything that's sinful came from a woman. This is how this is put together. And you can look at this and see, the reasons why they did that, because of the woman's powerful connection with the moon, right? Or nature, right? Just think, listen to the wordplay. They're putting out that you are sinful in nature. Why did they have to put in nature, right? They could just say, yeah, you sinful, right? You doing what the devil do. You sinful. No, they said you are sinful in nature, right? Nature is something, what we do naturally, we can't even control. You can't control things that you, right? Can you not pee? Can you not like go to the bathroom? No. It's something that you do naturally. Right? Right? You can't not do that. You can't not go to the bathroom and defecate. It's a natural thing. You can't not fart. Like, you got to. You will spontaneously combust. You gotta fart. Right? Certain things you just can't not do. It's nature. So when they say, oh yeah, you're sinful in nature, it's like, oh yeah, that's something that you can't avoid. So now they just condemn you all together and say, oh yeah, you just evil. You a demon. You feel what I'm saying? That's how they doing it. This is how they doing it. So then they serve you this here on a platter, right? So that you could understand at the same time that everything that's going on is really you. It's really you. You can figure it out between the lines. But they give you this. If you don't understand what you're looking at, you're going to say, okay, these are outside forces. Something's coming to get me. And I can either go with sin, right? Or I can go with the angel, right? Somebody that is telling me to do the right thing. I can do either or. When you look at it. But this, when you know better, now you start to see why they do what they do. Okay, so after you commit a sin, what do? They bring you in and they say, yo, we're going to have to lay some hands on you, right? We got to lay hands on you, right? What do we now know about the hands and the feet? What do we now know about hands and feet? now that we've awakened, right, and we're more tapped in, what do hands and feet do for us than any other part of the body, right? We now know that hands and feet are receptors, yes? And hands and feet send and receive energy. Walk with me. Hands and feet send and receive energies. So, when it's time to pray on you, what is the obsession with them wanting to touch you? They got to put hands on you, hands on your back, on your arms, right? And most importantly, they got to put hands on your head. Why do they put hands on your head and cover your forehead? Huh? There's a reason. They don't know why. They don't know why, right? But we now know why, right? We now know why. When you're touching people, what does that do? It's a transference of energy, is it not? Right? To them, they're transferring the energy of what they call the Holy Spirit or Jesus into you. But we know that to be very, very different. We know that to be very, very different, right? No matter what, you touch somebody, you're transferring energy. It doesn't matter what kind of energy that is, right? So the reason why they want to touch you is to hopefully transfer their decision-making processes and their energy into you. It's the only reason why they need to touch you is to send that energy over, right? Let me give you some game real quick, right? I work in sales. I'm working in sales for a long time, right? And one of the things that I utilize, because I know these laws of the universe, is when I'm talking to a specific person, talking to a customer or a potential client, and I can feel that they're beginning to go left, right, or have some doubts, right? One of the things that I do immediately is I just tap them on the shoulder just like this. Just tap them on the shoulder. That's it. Nothing crazy. I go just as you're looking at me right now, I go just like this. Right? Whatever I'm saying, the gesture that I'm doing is this at the same time. What am I doing when I do that? Does anybody know? What am I doing when I do that? When I do this, right, I'm simply transferring my energy of confidence to that person intentfully, right? By me doing this, as they look at me, they begin to do the same thing and they start going like this and they don't even know why. They go like this. They don't know why they're doing it. Huh? That's horizontal gene transfer. I literally just transferred energy to this person just by touching them, right? In science, they look at that as almost like sexual intercourse. That's what they look at it as. And us, the lay, look at it as a perverted way, but that's not what it is. It's simply just transference of energy. Do you understand? Right? All of a sudden, this person, right, now can understand what I'm saying and they can relate to me better. I didn't change anything that I'm saying. All I simply did was put my hand on them, right? That's simply all I did, right? So when you're looking at this type of situation, we got to realize what it is that we're looking at when we see it, right? This is simply us. It's simply us. It's showing us what our magnitude and our power is. You understand? It's showing us what it is that we can do. It's actually exposing our power if you really look at it. Understand? It's exposing our power. But if you're not looking at it under the right lens, under the right guise, right? They're gonna piss on you and they're gonna tell you it's raining. Right? They're gonna piss on you. They're gonna tell you that, listen, there's demons coming to get you. And the whole time you here on earth, you better be on the run and be on guard. This is exactly what they're saying. So they're instilling right out the gate a presence and an energy of fear, right? And remember when we told you, you can only have two different types of emotions. That's fear and love, right? Fear and love, right? So they're instilling you the fear first, right? They're the ones who gave you this message and told you that you're sinful. And they gave you this fear message, right? And then at the same time, they become the saviors, right? By taking that energy now from you and transferring into an energy of what they call love, right? So now your bond between them gets tighter, right? Because you're feeling love now. First, they gave you fear, though, right? They gave you fear. They said, "Oh, you in trouble. The devil's after you. You done some bad things. You better, You better come and see the pastor and pray. You better go into the confessional booth and pray. You better go to God and pray because you've done some wrong or you have some decisions to make and you have devils that are after you and they want you to make the wrong decision. You see, this is the game that they give you and it's incredible roller coaster. It's masterful, I must say. It's a quite impressive way to utilize and manipulate the energy of the universe. Right? But I think that we can all agree that it's moral and ethically wrong. Wrong. We got to give people back. We got to give people back the truth. And the truth is, right? There are no devils. There are no demons. There are no angels. None of that. There's no such thing as sin. None of that. These are all things that were made up, right? To get you to act right, to control you, to put you in order, right? Now, it's not that the concept isn't bad. The only thing, that's a concept is bad, right? To play devil's advocate, right? It kept a lot of people from doing bad things, but it is not truthful. And this is the truth channel, right? This is a certain level. Listen, some people need religion. I'm keeping it all the way a buck. Some people need religion and they need to hear something other than reality in order for them to keep them from doing wrong. I get all of that. I get all of that. Right? Some people don't believe the truth, right? And they need a fairy tale story. Listen, I've put in the truth in front of many, many people in this career, what I'm doing. Many, many people. And some people would rather hear about the Easter Bunny and Santa Claus, right? Than to hear that you got to go to work, right? And you got to buy this. Like some people would rather hear Santa's going to come and drop it off. Real talk. Some people don't want to hear that. They're too far off. They've been indoctrinated, right? They need the goof troop in order for them to pay attention. They need it in silver lining. You see? So I get all that, but there's levels to this, right? If we consider ourselves to be conscious, aware, right, on a higher frequency, you see what I'm saying? We have to know the truth, and we have to be telling the truth. We can't be out here just doing stuff, for the sake of appeasing the people, right? For fitting in. That's not what we're here to do. You see? So it is my advice to you to not get caught up in this. Let me tell you something about dark energy. Dark energy encompasses the majority of the universe. The majority of the universe is dark energy. Dark matter. Everything in the universe is actually composed of primarily dark matter. To be afraid of dark energy, of dark matter, the actual energy that creates light, you're literally afraid of yourself. You have to be afraid of yourself. Your whole being is made of primarily dark energy. When you look into the sky, when you look at the stars, you see primarily dark energy with little blips of light energy. And light energy is not and even an opposite necessarily of dark energy. It's a complement. It's a byproduct, not opposites. You need one to define the other and to create the other. Light is created from darkness, right? Light doesn't create itself. It's created from darkness. See? So essentially, they're like one and the same. They're family. They're family, right? If light is a child of darkness, how could they be enemies? How could they be enemies? They're not enemies. That's the bamboozlement. They're actually one in the same. They're within the same being. They're all within you. Light energy, dark energy, and the in-between. What we call Mayat is finding balance between the two. So the question that I have for you is, when you look at this, right? In this picture, is Jesus and the devil arm wrestling? Are they arm wrestling? Or are they shaking hands? Are they shaking hands? There are many walks of life that will tell you that Lucifer means light bearer, and Lucifer is actually the good guy. There are many interpretations of the Bible that will tell you that Lucifer, which is an actual fact, means light bearer or the anointed one, right? The enlightened one, right? Which therefore translates into somebody who's supposed to be a good guy, right? So how does Lucifer become the devil, right? Maybe they're one and the same. Maybe they're one and the same. Because here's the thing, what you call a sin to somebody else might be a blessing. What you think is bad to somebody else might be good. This is what nature teaches us, right? When a lion kills a gazelle, it's great for the lion. Very bad for the gazelle. Very bad for the gazelle. So who's the sinner? Who's the sinner in this space, right? You say, well, there is no sin. That's the walk of life. That's how all things are. It's a circle of life. Yeah, it is a circle of life, right? So when people do things that you don't like or you are opposed to, it's not a sin. It's a circle of life. Everybody's not going to agree with what you're doing.
To this day.
See?
To this
There
day.
are certain things that we agree upon as a people, and we say, okay, moral and ethical code, this is where we stand on. But guess what? There's always one out the crowd that don't agree with what you're doing and what you're saying. To them, it's a sin. They're not feeling it. They're not jacking it. No matter where you go. No matter where you go. Right? And sometimes utilization of that energy, knowing that, and just going to the area of least resistance is how you actually change the world. It's how you change the world. See what I'm saying? So that's where we are with it. That's where we are with it. So listen, I hope that if you're learning something today, I want you to smash that like and heart button right now. If you're learning something today, smash that like heart button today. I think this is important for people, especially the ones that are coming out of religion, to understand this concept. You understand what I'm saying? I think it's important. I got some announcements to make. My sister, Latifah Foster, has got an event going on that I think you guys should check out. Going to be pretty dope. Going on in North Carolina. So shout out to her for putting this thing together. Ignite Your Flame. Ignite Your Flame is what it's called. If anybody's in North Carolina and you want to be a part of this situation, definitely tap in with the Queen. We want to start promoting, different events that are going on, different things that we're doing here in the Lighthouse, and I want to make sure everybody gets their just due with that. So if you have anything that if you are a Lighthouse member, you're a Lighthouse member, and you have something that you would like to promote, if you have something that you have going on, send it to me so we can get it in front of the people, get it in front of the family, and help support what you're doing. So as you know, Sister Latifah, she does Reiki, and she does distance Reiki as well. So no matter where you are, you can get attuned with this, get your energy right. And she has some things going on as far as toxic shaman situations, and also sound healing and Reiki. So these three women are getting together. These three queens are getting together for a blast of energy work. So if you're going to be around on December 3rd, Saturday, December 3rd, definitely tap in. It looks like lunch is included with this as well. Big things are Quan. I love to eat. All right. So we're going to have some tantric work going on. We need to do this, right? Because here's the thing. If we're the ones that's now making these decisions, now that we know right from wrong, right, and we know that there's no energy, there's no angel or devil involved in this process, right? We now understand that we're the ones that's making these decisions. So that means that our energy has to be right? That's why our energy work is important, so that when it's time to start making these decisions that we know that we're in control of, right? That, she said it's in Atlanta, actually. It's not in North Carolina. This event is in Atlanta, I'm sorry. Shout out to everybody in Georgia. This one's going to be in Atlanta. She's from NC, but this is going to be in Atlanta. So now that we know that we're in charge of this, right? We have to understand that our energy has to be on point, right? Our energy got to be on point, right? What we call shadow work, right? Doing the things that don't involve other people. It's just us, right? Fixing ourselves, self-improvement, right? So this is where we're at. If you're trying to be in this lifestyle, you have to take this part of the game very, very seriously. Very seriously. Right? If you want to reach higher levels of consciousness and higher frequencies, right, and do things you've never done before, right, you have to start empowering yourself to be able to do so, right? You cannot stay in the same frequency and expect your healing. And you have to work at it, right? Major key. So I want to empower you guys that this event is going to be dope for everybody. If you want to get involved, hit up Sister Latifah, screenshot the photo, and get involved with that situation. It's going to be dope. Okay. Also, we have the record One Blood is now out on all streaming platforms, and we also have the radio edit version out now, so you guys can play it in front of the kids. Right? We can start getting our radio spins now. Radio edit version is now out. Okay. If you are interested in traveling to Iceland with us, definitely hit us up in reference to that. We got that going down. That's going to be crazy. And I'll get you in the chat group if you want to be involved in that. Just inbox me. You can inbox Latifah, Tashi also, are signing people up. Just inbox any one of us, and we'll get you guys the information that you need to be on board with us. You know, we like to travel as a family, and when we travel, we have the best accommodations, more so than anybody. I'm sure y'all can see that our accommodations be official. Nothing less than 4- and 5-star hotels. A lot of our travel situations be all inclusive too, so it'd be a lot of fun. So if you want to get down with us, hit us up so we can get you a part of the Lighthouse Travel Club. Okay. If this message is doing something for you and anybody that you think it might do something for, please hit the like and share button and subscribe. Hit that heart button right now. Welcome to the Lighthouse. A lot of new people I see still coming in the room. We get ready to wrap this up, but yeah, that's what we got going on with that. The Lighthouse store is now open. This is where you can go and order your Tibet singing bowls. If you would like to order you a Tibet singing bowl, you can go to the Lighthouse store. This is the link here. Go ahead and screenshot this link, and you'll be able to go to the Lighthouse store and purchase. If you're trying to do it via Cash App, you just have to text me or email me if you don't have PayPal or a debit card or a credit card to pay online. If you want to do Cash App, you'll have to text it or email me, and I'll make the purchase for you, and we can do it via Cash App. Just let me know, okay? Make that happen. I know a lot of people that will hit me up. They like to delve into Cash App and stuff, so we can do that for you guys. Coming real soon, family. We're going to be having the pendants coming. They're almost done. So if you guys would like to order that, we're going to be taking pre-orders hopefully by next week. So just be prepared for that. Those of you who want to invest in the Lighthouse pendants, Lighthouse chain, the Lighthouse jewelry created by none only than Baba Heru, our elder. Okay, now is the time to get involved and get you a piece from Baba Heru. Okay, we want to support our elder and support his work. You've seen it all over the country, all over the world, really. You've seen his work. So we want to support him, and this is how we're able to support. This is how the Lighthouse is able to support our elder. So I'll be doing pre-orders probably starting Monday. Okay, so if you guys are ready, I'll let you know what the pricing is going to be. And I'll be doing pre-orders for Monday. I don't know if this is going to be a limited time where we're going to be having these, or this will be forever. I'm sure if this does well, we'll be able to keep them and have them for everybody. So definitely get involved. Shout out to my first 9 that got their Tibet singing bowls already. Everybody should have theirs by now. Shout out to y'all. Everybody that's been sending me their videos. If you haven't sent me a video or send me a picture when you receive your Lighthouse Tibet singing bowl, please do. Jamaar Milton at Gmail. So that we can show the world what we putting out there. Word. Common said he just put on his own, courtesy of Baba Eru. Big up to the elder, right? He's the OG, and we're so blessed to have the originator, the one who actually brought the Kemetic legacy to the United States at our leisure to be able to contact whenever we want, right? It's an amazing thing. So with that being said, what are we playing today? What we gonna go out with? Family? Y'all tell me. One Blood, talk to y'all see. Shaka Zulu. Sonia Sunshine. How we going out? How we going out? Something in Q, hopefully. Pakalolo. Black and Proud. What's this? We got Spooky. We got Authentic, and we got some things in here. Hold on. We got Manifest. We got Yamin. We got Sundress. We got Walk Up. Sonia Sunshine said, we playing that One Blood. Shout out to Sonia Sunshine. She said, we playing that One Blood this morning. What are we talking about? One Blood. All right, family, listen, I love y'all. Y'all can chop it up in the feed for the next couple of minutes while we play this Young Blood for Sonia Sunshine. So she was first on. She get the pick, and she want that One Blood. So this is how we doing it. Let's go.
Bikini flow, Pinot Grigio, on a litty mo. Where your baby go? This nigga gotta find a Nemo ho. Here we go, say she need a poke. I got a big ego. Why you toying with me, Calico? This nigga funny mo. Better finish your honeycomb. Selection visits from an uncle, no. Always hovering above my dome. Like me and my brother though. Try to be modest, but I got it honestly. Nigga been putting in work. But you gotta acknowledge that woman beside you when she put bull in the skirt. Demographic of the people thinking that it's heaven after when we leave. Whatever happening to me, we might never actually agree. We spitting knowledge in degrees, revealing minds in the dream. No wonder we building pies with a team. As the realest guys in the scene, yeah, I mean. The ancestors don't play about me. One blood, one blood, one blood. Oh, 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 oh. I suggest you keep the energy from all around me. One blood, one blood, one blood, one blood. The ancestors don't play about me. One blood, one blood, one blood. Oh, 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 oh. I suggest you keep the energy from all around me. One blood, one blood, one blood, one blood.
Electric slide across the galaxy. Peanut butter, wale, pele, leather fit so magically. Chains, pyramid rings, we move accordingly. Most importantly, to my ancestors as they rest in peace. Connect with my peeps as I speak life through these melodies. What can I say? So long way from catching felonies, just trying to get paid and get laid. That be my therapy in the shade. Pink lemonade, cigar, that energy. Rest in pieces to every one of my foes and my frenemies. I hear your little chats in case you think it don't get back to me. I just level up and these toxic fucks be my remedy. A headshot for you and your boys, we call that the Kennedy.